The barrier's 80 or 100 metres, and a few horses crossed over quite quickly, and I basically put it in a car version. To most people, it's like hitting someone else's back bumper, obviously catching a heel on another horse, and yeah, it was just like catapulted out of the saddle. For as simple a fall as it was, it ended up being quite a bad one, but sometimes they say the simple ones can end up the worst, and that was definitely my scenario that day. As each scan came back, the healing was going good, so once you see things going the right way, it's much easier to try cope with it then. Probably 2.5 months into the injury, there was plenty of days that I had a good, long, hard think about it. Wondering would I be able to get back on a horse, number one, and then, be as good as I was before and try score at the top level or even winners again. But I never lost the will to want to get back on a horse, and I think that was the winning of it, really. Because when you lose that, I think the game's over for all of us.
The day of the injury, I wasn't there, thankfully. Got the call from his manager, my phone was just running hot, I was at work, and I just knew that he'd fallen. It was just, yeah, I think just unbelievable for him and I at that point, but obviously my main thing was just, I don't care about racing, I care about you just walking again and being able to be yourself. They were really hard conversations that we had while he was in the halo. Coming back from the specialist, getting, the medical advice of what it looked like if he was to race and have a fall again. Obviously we had like our wedding coming up. We still haven't had a family, all things like that that are more important than racing. Ultimately, his happiness was what we both just decided on, and I had to swallow any bit of fear or anxiety I had and thought, well, at least it's not going to be a pain in the ass at night time, and he'll be happy going back, being on the track and doing what he loves. Britt being by my side was amazing. Through them, I don't want to call them dark days, but sad days and overthinking on my behalf. Britt was, she was full sure I was definitely going to get back on a horse, and she kept that, kept it real positive all the way along.
Indian Dreamer burst through, hit the front from Master Jamie, Nick our spur, but it's 3 to Harley and Edmonds here today. They have had a big day out.
It was only Rockhampton, but still any day you can get 5 winners in any given card. It was a massive confidence booster for me just to know that I could actually do it again.
200 metres left to run, Defiant Spirit, Royal Tribute, Sovereign Fund, Abounding closing out wider, Sovereign Fund, Abounding over the top, Abounding wins the 3-year-old Guineas, beats Sovereign Fund and Flying Trapeze.
Still can't really get over it at the moment. Obviously after the winning line I knew I won the race. I couldn't even celebrate. I was just like, did this really happen? My wife Brittney was going mad in the paddock mounting yard, so that was good. Good to see all the smiles, and yeah, it felt very special, to be honest. Brittney's a Brisbane girl, obviously from Queensland, and we were going to come back at some point, but when things were that quiet in England, I was starting to lose my appetite a little bit for race riding and just not enjoying as much as I usually would. So we moved back sooner than I thought. They put on a great show here. The prize money is brilliant. The tracks are good. The new Gold Coast track, 10 out of 10 for me. They've done a fantastic job. For me, I've had plenty of success and I've came here loving every minute of it. It's a better quality of life for me compared to England. And sunshine, race 3 or 4 days a week and for good prize money. You can't complain about that. We felt a little bit, I think, robbed last year. Moving to Australia and him getting off to such a high start and then having that injury and missing so many carnivals around Australia that maybe he would have been a part of, maybe he wouldn't have, we will never know. But definitely that's our focus now, just to really give racing in Oz a good crack. I'm not a million miles off 1,000 winners, so that would probably be a little goal for myself after breaking my neck twice and breaking my back once. And I did say to someone, if there's any truth in saying things happen 3 times and you're done, I'm well and truly done. No more injuries.